Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well, thank you for joining me again. I wasn't going to do a video today for reasons I explained yesterday. I was going to have a couple of days off, but with events that have transpired in Pennsylvania overnight, I'd be neglectful if I didn't turn up and say something. Well, it was an inevitability really, wasn't it, that something like this was going to happen eventually, in this case to Donald Trump. To cut it right down to its basic parts, a 20-year-old climbed up onto a building with what looks like, allegedly, an assault rifle, opened fire. If you count Trump as well, 3 injured and 1 lost their life in a gun attack which was obviously aimed at taking the life of Donald Trump. And if it wasn't, by the looks of it, for a well-timed movement of the head in one direction, he wouldn't be here. Call it divine intervention, call it whatever you like. But that picture where he stood up defiant, fight, fight, fight. I'm afraid of all the anti-Trump brigade out there, this single event has pretty much guaranteed him the White House. I'd be very, very surprised if he didn't win in November, you mark my words. Well, what now? What we have to look at, of course, is what caused this. Now, if you roll back to when Trump first took the White House, it was a bolt out of the blue, a non-establishment figure becoming President of the United States of America. And you could tell by the rhetoric, you could tell by the reactions of all those at the time, the Obamas, the Clintons, the establishment as a whole, the media, what the hell just happened? And I personally feel like all the years since, they've done and said anything they can do to demonise the man, get him out of there and prevent him from ever holding that office again. That's the way I feel about it. And there are a lot of celebrities out there, naming no names, it's quite easy to go and look if you really take the trouble, who are completely anti. Celebrities get listened to, particularly when they've been in famous TV shows and films. The media, certain branches of the media have set out to demonise him over the years, calling him every name under the sun, Adolf Hitler included. It happens here as well, in this country. Look at Nigel Farage with the milkshakes and the concrete-filled plastic cups. You know, where would that lead to? He could have been there in Pennsylvania. He said he was going to be, if he didn't end up in the Houses of Parliament as an elected MP. But where you get all of this horrible rhetoric, and I've been reading it all on Twitter, the news, people calling him things, they're listened to, and all it takes is one young uninformed individual to believe it to such an extent, to twist the reality to such an extent in their own mind, they end up doing something that throws their life away too. 20 years old this shooter was, 20 years old, a life gone. For what? The belief that the target was everything the media said. This should be a wake-up call to the establishment. This should be a wake-up call to the media, that the kind of rhetoric, the kind of crap that they're spewing on a daily basis is no longer acceptable, because this is what it can lead to. You know, I'm old enough to remember when the news was exactly that, just letting us know what was going on, not trying to influence us, not trying to budge us down certain thought processes. Maybe we need to think about going back to those times. But something's got to change, or this will happen again and again and again. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're on social media. I wouldn't mind a share. And then of course, as more comes out about this in the coming days, I'll bring it to you. Because even though it's an American story, ultimately it has strange parallels with what goes on over here too. Anyway, I'm off. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.